Hey everyone, Carlo here, and it's been a while. I haven't blogged or vlogged in a while, but here I am today, and the reason for this one today is Volkswagen. Yes, I am currently on my way to the Volkswagen dealership to hand over my car because I have a diesel car, and Volkswagen's buying back all our diesels. Now, if you don't know what happened, 2 years ago, September 2015, a testing company who was testing to prove that Volkswagen had clean diesel, in fact, proved the opposite. They found out that the Volkswagen diesel vehicles were cheating the emissions testing, in that when they hook up the diesel exhaust and all that to the emissions equipment, the computer software of the car turns on the safety features to reduce emissions. And then the moment you disconnect the emissions tests machine, the computer software turns off the safety features and it goes back to spewing up to 40 times the allowable amount of fumes. So, and it was all done on purpose. It was completely 100% intentional. And well, they got caught. And only now, August 2017, am I doing my return. Now the timeline is this. So first discovered in September 2015. We heard nothing, court cases, blah, 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 blah. And I believe it was in February of this year? Something like that, I can't remember. I don't know exactly when, but they finally, November for the Americans in the US. Americans in November started getting their payouts, in that the courts down there confirmed and allowed the buyback of vehicles or trade-ins. And then Canada followed suit a few months later, and well, here I am, right? So back in April, end of April, the Canadian website to file a claim for the diesel compensation, all that, went online, and I did mine on April 29th. That was the second day it was online. April 28th was the first day, and I went on the 29th. There are a lot of bugs, lots and lots of bugs. Of course, we as the owners didn't know about the bugs. So weeks went on, we heard nothing. You submitted the claim, the information, bill of sale, etc. And then the website would give us blue eyeballs, a blue eye, saying that they're verifying the information and whatnot. Well, a lot of us stayed on blue eyes for weeks and months with no movement whatsoever. And then eventually we'll get the green check marks. Now, I got the green check marks, and I had to wait again. In the meantime, as I was waiting for the green check marks, people were already getting their appointments made. People who were applying and filed after the April 29th, like even weeks, even a month later, they were getting appointments for their buyback appointments before any of us who applied right at the beginning. So obviously that was pissing us off. And the company, the third-party company who was handling this is called RicePoint, and oh my god, they are horrible. You call the number, they don't have any information, they can't give out information, they can't verify, they don't know this, they don't know that. Oh, we'll refer you to supervisors, giving you the runaround with no real answers, and it was pissing us off. So anyway, on I think it was June 3rd, I called in again, because I was still on green check marks with nothing, no movement again on my file. I called in June 3rd and told them, you know what? I'd like to reset my claim and redo it all. And they're like, okay, we'll do that. So on June 3rd, I did that. And then a week or two later, I got the green check marks again. And then a week after that, I had my final offer. So look at that. In less than 3 weeks of resetting my file, everything went according to plan. So, and there are still people now who are still waiting for their appointment and final offers, and it's such a piss off. So from April to August, so April, May, June, July, so that's 5 months, okay? 4 months, 4.5 months of hurry up and wait. So my appointment now is August 3rd, today, 11 o'clock, so I got 16 minutes to get to the dealership. And what's gonna happen is that I chose the buyback option. There are 3 options: buyback, trade-in, and fix. Okay, buyback means we surrender our car back to Volkswagen. They cut us a check for the black book value and some compensation on top of that. Trade-in is that you bring the car in, you trade it in, pay off your loan or whatnot, and then you could get a new car, but only pay the taxes on the difference, not the full amount of the new car. So that's a pretty damn sweet deal. So if you get a $40,000 new car and your trade-in value is $20,000, you only pay the taxes on $20,000, not the $40,000. So that's an alright deal. But I decided not to do the trade-in because I'm going to try to save money. It's summertime. I got a motorcycle. I've got a motorcycle, so I'll just ride for now, and maybe, you know, take the TCC, public transportation, save some money for a little bit, because why not? Anyway, and the third option is a fix, which in that you still get compensation money, which is up to $5,500, but you do not get the, they do not buy back your car. You get no value in trading in, and they fix your car to fix the software issues. Now here's the kicker. For 2015 up, they had fixes, the software fixes immediately, okay? That was for Gen 2 and Gen 3 diesel engines. I, having a Gen 1 diesel engine, which is 2013, at the time they said there will be no fix and there likely will not be a fix. Well, guess what? Just 3 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, Volkswagen just announced a fix for all generation cars, including mine. So, people are pissed off because they traded in their Gen 1 cars thinking and being told that there is no fix, and therefore they have to get rid of it because they won't be able to pass emission testing. Now that there is a fix, they're going to fix all the cars and resell them. We don't know. They were planning to scrap the cars or send them off to other countries. But now that there's a fix, Volkswagen should just fix all those Gen 1 cars and resell them. Meanwhile, we're out of a car. Like, what the hell, right? It doesn't matter to me because I'm doing a buyback anyway, but still, the people who traded in have no choice now. What if they wanted to keep the car, right? So that's a kick in the nuts for you. That's Volkswagen. That's corporations for you. At least they jailed one guy, right? Yeesh. Anyway, hopefully this will go smoothly. From what I've read, the process takes no more than 30 minutes. Just sign it over. The Rice Point auditor is just going to check the car over and then cut me a check right then and there. Now hopefully Rice Point pays off my loan, my car loan to the bank, and hopefully that doesn't take too long. But here I am. Let's see. And I'm not going to tell you how much I'm getting for my car. Alright guys, I'll be back. Well, that's done. That was super easy. It literally took 15 minutes. Walked in there, they looked over my car, asked me a few questions about odometer, checked the spare tire, and then that's it. I took a bunch of pictures, they took a bunch of pictures, did a lot of calendar poses on my old car. They gave me the plates, signed the registration over to them. They gave me a bill or a receipt or a bill of sale type of thing. They had the pre-printed check already in the amount that was agreed upon in the final offer. So no surprises there. And that's it. I took a picture using the mobile banking app, took a picture of the checks to be deposited. Now, since I'm with the bank, there's going to be a 5-day hold on the check. But I was able to, you know, the Royal Bank mobile app, get deposit checks directly from there. So I did it right at the desk in front of her. And hopefully they get the full amount with no problems. I just left. Relatively easy. 2 months of hurry up and wait, and I in and out in 15 minutes. So now I am on my way to the MTO to return the plates, get a little bit of money back, and to cancel my registration. And that's it. So Dieselgate is officially over for me. I'm gonna miss my car. It was a bug, it was a Beetle, and I don't care what anyone says. I'm a 6'2" guy and I drove a Beetle. The amount of machismo insults that I had to endure during my 4.5 years with that car, well, I didn't care because, well, I liked the car. It was diesel, right? Got me up to 1,000 kilometers to a tank. I was able to drive all the way to Washington, D.C. on one tank and still had leftover from Toronto. So can't beat that kind of fuel economy. My next car will definitely be an electric hybrid type of car because I will not be able to go back to regular gas. There's no way I'm going to be spending $50 to $60 on a fuel tank every friggin' week, you know? Anyway, that's all she wrote, folks. Hopefully other people will have a smooth process at the handback appointment. Oh, by the way, the girl who was handling, very nice, very polite, didn't mind it. She is not from that idiotic company Rice Point. She's from another company, which I guess Rice Point contract to do this at the dealership. So there are 3 people helping me out, but the one main person, administrator, doing the audit and the handing of the check. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna miss my car. Okay, people, end of an era. Hey, can't really complain. 4.5 years of driving a diesel and I still got like 60% of the cost back in this buyback, so it's not a deal. Signing off.